Good morning, everybody. My name is Angie Bailey. I am here on behalf of the Miramar Pembroke Pines Chamber of Commerce, the Weston Florida Chamber of Commerce, and the Pembroke Park West Park Chamber of Commerce. Today's session is being presented by Abhi Puttanna with LogiqFish. Abhi believes that AI shouldn't feel confusing, it should feel empowering. As the founder of LogiqFish, which is a Weston-based tech and marketing studio, he helps Florida small businesses grow using SEO 2.0, practical AI tools, and clear insights that actually make sense. Before launching LogiqFish, Abhi served as director of application and development for the Miami Heat, where he built internal sales and analytics systems behind one of the NBA's most successful teams. He holds a master's in computer engineering and has spent his career turning complex technology into simple, results-driven solutions. Today, Abhi builds everything from business-trained AI assistants and reasoning agents to computer vision tools he used in cancer research. But his mission remains the same: help business owners use AI and SEO confidently, creatively, and without overwhelm. When he's not developing new tools, you actually find him flying as a private pilot or swimming open water, always exploring, always learning, and always finding smarter ways for technology to work for people and not the other way around. So, Abhi, go ahead and take it away. We're really excited.
Thank you very much, Angie, and happy Friday, everybody. I'm not going to go too much into reintroducing myself, but I want to introduce Zlatka, who is our social media expert, who is working with me. So say hello, Zlatka.
Hi, everybody.
Yeah.
Happy to be with you here.
And I also want to thank Western Chamber of Commerce, especially Patty, for giving us the opportunity to present this course to you. And I also want to thank all of you attending the class. Hopefully, you will pick up something today, a thing or two, and we'll have a good session. Like we said, we're not gonna we're not gonna have this class very PowerPoint-ish presentation. So I only have one slide for you, which is the topics that we are going to cover. So most of the topics that we are going to do is just we're going to show it to you, and then at the end of each one of the topic, we're going to have a small Q&A. You can put your questions in the chat, and I'll try to answer as much as possible. And then we go to the next topic. Since we want to be respectful of everybody's time, so therefore we're going to cover these topics one by one. In the beginning, although we all know that AI has arrived, it's amongst us, or we have to say that we are living amongst the AI. Therefore, I want to ask everybody, because of this type of AI revolution that has happened to everybody, I want to put a poll for you to ask you this question to see what you think is AI compatible to. So take a minute in order to answer these questions if you can, please. Some people say it's as good as the revolutionary as the internet, the industrial revolution. Nobody said electricity. So we have a few more participants who needs to answer. Go ahead, don't be shy. You can pick an option. Okay, so I think it's a tie. It's almost like a tie. Okay, 57% say the internet as revolutionary as the internet or the industrial revolution. I'll give you my take. I believe that when industrial revolution happened, it was for our muscles. Basically we replaced all of the hard work that a human could do through muscle through machines. Now I think it's for the mind. Any cognitive work that we do, research, searches, and many things, complex things that we actually think is done by AI. So therefore, I feel that it's as important as the Industrial Revolution. Anyways, so coming to our next poll, just a quick another poll I want to gather is, what do you currently use AI for? Just take a quick peek, because obviously people use AI for different things. Just want to get a feel for what do you do for the as a thinking partner. Many people as a thinking partner. Okay. Awesome. Many people are using it as another intelligence, that you have handy in order for you to think and act. That's awesome. Okay, with that said, let's jump right into it. So the topic one that I want to cover is Google Nano Banana. So everybody, many people use it for images and, to create images. So many people use ChatGPT in order to create images, but Google Nano Banana is in a different level, in the sense that you could create very professional looking images and edit them without the help of a designer. Usually I would have said, go into Gemini.google.com. However, I'm going to ask you to probably go to aistudio.google.com, because here you have more control, or, as a business owner or so forth, you have more control to build. Gemini.google.com is very similar to ChatGPT. However, within the AI Studio, you have much more control. I'll show you what I mean by that. So if you go to aistudio.google.com, so you would go in and then you say try it, and then you are in the images. And then what I'm going to do is that, everybody knows how to write a prompt, put a picture, create a picture. So what I'm going to try and do here is I'm going to go to Western Chamber of Commerce here, and I'm going to say that for all new members who are going to enroll, give them 10% off. So I'm going to create a flyer, and I would like to post it on social media by creating a flyer for that. So I'm going to take a cutout of this website, and then I'm going to go here. I'm going to copy and paste it. And then I'm also going to go to Western Chamber of Commerce. I'm going to take their logo by clicking it, copy the image, go back to AI Studio. So I'm giving them two things here, and then I'm going to give a prompt this way. So my prompt is going to be this, but we're going to share this prompt in the end when we go through this. Instead of simply going into actually running the prompt, what I'm going to do is I'm going to send it as a compare mode. What I mean by that is that, either you can run this prompt as this particular engine, which is Google Nano Banana. And on the right side, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the previous engine, which is the Google Nano Banana 2.5 version. Okay. And then also here, like I mentioned, you have more control over here. You can set the temperature. Higher temperature means more creativity. Lesser temperature means it's predictable. So I'm going to, on the right side, I'm going to say less temperature. And I want a picture or the post that is conducive for an Instagram post. So I'm going to say 16:9. Okay. And on the right side, I'm not going to change much. I'm going to say it as, a normal one. And if I run the prompt, obviously it's going to go through, and you can actually see the thinking of the model of these two places, and you have the ability to see how many tokens it's actually using it. So if you really see it, this one came in very fast, very predictable because, and I was showing this one to Angie just before uh, uh, the session. She said, "Oh, who did that?" So it was so believable as by a graphic designer. And if you see on the left side, using the Pro version, you have even more, visually appealing picture. Something to be said about the Pro version is that all of these things that I'm going to show to you today, I'm going to show as a pro account. However, AI Studio and Nano Banana, all of the things that we're going to show can be easily done using free account. So you don't need to pay. But however, some of the things that you're going to be doing are going to be limited in the sense, the type of model that you have access to are going to be limited, or how many images you're going to generate are going to be limited. So that's the only difference. Otherwise, everything is free as well. The other thing I would like to mention to you, which is very powerful in the AI Studio world, is just like you come back to home and you go to try here, and you're going to go to live. Okay. What this means is that I'm not going to show the live working of this particular tool. Essentially, what we are saying is in the Google Gemini Live, you can share your screen and ask the question as you're seeing. So it's almost like another higher intelligence is looking at your screen and answering questions as you click around. The reason I don't want to show it live is because, we have some conflict with Zoom, and then it actually messes up our meeting. So feel free to try it, and I'm going to also show you, and I'm also going to put this on the chat as to how to get there. Okay, so I recommend for you guys to try it. The third portion I want to also show it to you is that you can also build applications. All of you probably are hearing things that about the word called as vibe coding. So for your business, you can actually create an application by scratch to say you want to collect leads, and you want to build an application that to enter somebody's information and save it to a database. You can build this application just by talking to the AI Studio. So I actually went ahead, because it's going to take a little bit of time, I went ahead and created a tic-tac-toe game just to show as a sample that this particular game was created within under 5 minutes. And previously, before this, you would have to probably pay a programmer, 2-3 months in order for him to, develop it. So pretty much you can create this application with under 5 minutes, and you can actually share this application this way with your clients. So think about the power in the sense that whatever that your business is, you could create those application by prompting it, and then sharing this application with your customers or with your employees. So with that said, I think we are at the 15th minute mark, so we can probably take some questions.
Yes, we do have a question in the chat from Roslyn asking if the Pro version is included with Google Workspace. Do we know?
Pro version included with I believe so. Yeah,
excellent.
Pro version included in the group. If you're paying, I think it's about $8, I think, per user. I think that's included within Google Workspace.
Excellent. Good to know. And then Lisa, you have your hand up. Do you want to unmute yourself and ask your question?
Yes, thank you. So, I see that you're currently in ChatGPT Business. That's a paid account, is where you found this app piece. I'm
No,
wondering,
I'm actually in no, this is actually in Google AI
oh,
Studio. I don't
okay,
know why that
okay.
ChatGPT, maybe it's just
Okay, that's
it's
what
a
confused me. So,
yeah.
with this app development part, what are some use cases from an entrepreneurial perspective for its use? I'm just trying to, get out of the gamification piece and say, okay, this is where you can create and build your own app, and this is where it applies from an entrepreneurial business application perspective. Can you expand on that?
It could be that maybe you have a workflow within your company where you are going to take information from your customer. It may be something that is very not just the name, email, and phone number. It may be more than just email, phone number. Maybe
Mm-hmm.
some information about your products. So you can pretty much build this application on the fly and then send that link. So send that link to just not one customer, to hundreds of customers,
Mm-hmm.
and then they can enter that information, and then you would have almost like a full-fledged um, business application with you that you can actually manage.
Okay.
Yeah,
Like a CRM.
it could be a CRM. Yes,
Okay.
it
Okay.
could be a CRM.
Okay, this is if you don't have a CRM, then you can use it as such. But okay, okay,
Yes, for
gotcha.
any
Thank you.
conditions. Any other questions here? Okay. So
Abhi. How much are you spending on Nano Banana on your daily work? I mean, for a month, just to give us an idea of how much the cost of it is.
well, I think with Google Nano Banana, there are some limitations for a free version, but for paid version, it's almost like unlimited. But however, it's going to use some of the many of the tokens that you have, but it's covered under the $20 Gemini Pro account. But I think it's I don't know the exact number of images that you can actually generate per month. Even with the pro version, it's not unlimited in the strictest sense, but there is kind of some limitations, but it's much higher than a free account.
So you can expect to be spending around $20 a month for an average user.
Well, $20 a month for Gemini for using not just the images, but you can also create videos, images, write-ups, and these applications.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Okay, so we go to is this the well, we go to the next topic. The topic that we want to cover is custom GPT builder. I think Angie said somebody previously had covered this topic. However, it's always good to rehash or to see in a different light, so to say. So, what is a custom GPT, right? So when you go to ChatGPT, some people use ChatGPT, many people use Gemini, some people use Perplexity, different types of LLMs that you use. But the popular one that everybody uses is ChatGPT. So that's why we're trying to show you how a custom GPT works. So say you're the business owner and you would like to make FAQs, standard operating procedures, employee handbook, meal reimbursement policies, travel, all of those things. You can bunch them together, make this as a knowledge base, and create a custom GPT for your own business so that your employees can share, or you can send that particular link to somebody or your customer. So that's the power of custom GPTs. It's going to do one thing and only one thing very well, and your instructions are going to govern it. So for example, your custom GPTs, you can sort of like think through as a Apple Store. So like, for example, there is Expedia as one of the custom GPT that people have created. There are other ones that are that people have created. There is a fitness coach here. So let's create one ourselves. So you would go to create, right? And I think this particular one, to create a custom GPT, you need to have a pro account. I don't think this is allowed in a free account. So what I'm going to create for our custom GPT today, just to keep this light, is a AI swim coach. Okay, so I have a picture ready for the swim coach, and then I'm gonna just copy and paste some of the things in the interest of time. I'm gonna put the description as you're a friendly AI coach. And my instruction is that give me the workout based on my fitness level or my swim level. And if I'm not feeling very motivated, give me a quote to motivate me. So as simple as that, but you can expand on this for your own business, obviously. And then I'm gonna have these conversation starters. As you can see, these conversation starters will look like as a guide for your users or your employees to use it. And here is the knowledge that you can upload. So what knowledge I'm going to upload here is how to do your freestyle and swimming 101. So I'm just going to upload just these two knowledge bases just for show and tell. The other thing which is very important here, if you can see, there is actions here. So what that means is when you click on these new actions, you can make the custom GPT do other things just to answer, not just answer questions, but it can do extra things. So it can go to the internet and fetch things. It can do programming. It can do whatever, different things. So for the moment, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you is that when I'm not feeling too motivated, I would like for it to give me a quote, okay, like a random quote. So I have a website here. If I go here to this place, every time I go here, it's going to give me a random quote like this, okay? But I would like to integrate it with this custom GPT. So I'm going to go back to ChatGPT here. And like I said, we're going to give you this code or this JSON file in the end. So I'm just going to copy and paste here, right? And it won't let you do anything without giving a privacy policy. So I'm going to give our LogiqFish's privacy policy here, and then basically create it. And when you create it, you can invite it to only to your team, or you can use it to anyone with a link, or you can actually publish it in the GPT store. Currently, there is no monetary benefit for you to publish it in a GPT store, but probably in the future, there may be options for you, if you're a popular GPT that you created. So I'm going to say anyone with the link, and I'm going to say update. Don't be discouraged about this schema. Sometimes it's just a code which says that go to this particular website, which is this one, and get that code and show it on the ChatGPT. Okay, so that's basically what it says. So I'm going to copy this link, and if I go to a different place, you see this link is here, right? Swim coach. And then I'm going to say, I'm a beginner, give me a 15-minute swim workout. It's going to give me the things. And then if you go back to the same link, right? If you go back to the same link, and I'm not feeling motivated today, and I want a good code, right? So it's going to fire up this particular website, gather that code, and show it to you here. So you can probably think about this as actions for your own company, to do some information that it needs to fetch from the internet and give it to you. So you can imagine, a use within your company. Other than that, within this custom GPT, as you can see, it's streamlined to do one task in a vertical way very well. And you can add more, information to it, more knowledge into it. You can see how many people are using it, et cetera, et cetera. Okay. So with that said, I think that particular topic number 2 is covered, and it may be time to do one more poll, which is poll number 3 that we have. We would like to know what your concerns about AIs are these days. Is it the accuracy? Is it the hallucinations, privacy, and falling behind competitors? I hope everybody knows what hallucinations are in AI. So hallucinations, if people are not familiar with it, is that all of the models, as you can see, whether it is ChatGPT, Gemini, Perplexity, Grok, all of them, they're all trained based on the data that is out there on the internet. So there are good data and bad data. So what you feed is what you get, right? So at sometimes what happens is that AI hallucinate means when it can't find an answer, AI wants to be agreeable, so it's going to make up an answer and give it to you. So you have to be very careful in order for you to QA the answer that is actually being given to you. So I had an instance wherein we were doing some reconciliation of some numbers within Excel, and it actually created one of the transactions from pinch a penny for $78 that never existed. So that can happen to you. So it's always good for you to come back and check your numbers because this is a concern that everybody has. Oftentimes, yeah, citations. Yeah, oftentimes it hallucinates citations and links. Yes, absolutely. You're right. Any other questions before we jump into the other topic? There's one question. Custom GPT and AI agent. Is custom GPT and AI agent the same thing? It's almost the same. It's kind of the same thing. Custom GPT does one thing vertically very well. An AI agent, you can supply tools to it. An AI agent can go to your company database, check something. You can have the same agent use another tool, say to book reservations. So an AI agent, if you train it properly and you give it proper tentacles, you can think of an AI agent as an octopus with multiple tentacles. So each one of the tentacles can do different tasks. So it can talk to your database, it can write an email, it can book an order. It's multiple things. In the custom GPT that we showed, it does a limited thing, but it's sort of like teetering in the AI agent space, but it's not almost the same. It feels the same, but it's not almost the same. AI can sometimes get things wrong. Yes, especially employment law. Yeah. Many a times, I think, these days, Deloitte was in the news recently that that it got fined from Australian government because they used ChatGPT in order to bring up their to write a report, and it was incorrect, and it was incorrectly cited within ChatGPT. So, and they were fined almost $500,000. So this can happen. So it's always good to check your work. Okay. With that said, let's go to topic number 3. This one is very interesting. You may think that it seems like almost like a custom GPT, but the Google Notebook LLM is a little further than custom GPT. It's almost like your research assistant to you. So you can imagine as a research assistant, and both custom GPT and Google Notebook LLM almost does the same thing, but Google Notebook LLM does, maybe 10 miles further because it does much more than custom GPT. So let's jump into Notebook LLM. So you would go to notebookllm.google.com. And then when you go there, you can just say create a notebook. And then here in this particular example that I want to show it to you is I want to show it to you in a way that I have a student who is a high school student. His name is Carlos Rivera, and he's trying to apply for schools. And he wants to know which one are the Reach School, which one are the Dream Schools, which are the Match School. So I'm going to upload all his profile to this Notebook LM. So I'm going to go to Upload Sources, and I have all his resume and everything here. So I'm going to go to Notebook LM. So he's got his brag sheet, his course history, his resume, he's a college athlete, his personal statement, everything, right? So I'm going to upload all these things. And you can also upload some of the knowledge base that I have. When I say the knowledge base that I have is that I have a ranking of all the universities for 2026 and the SAT scores for each one of the universities and the GPA requirements for the top 100 colleges in the US. So I'm going to upload that one as well. Okay. And then you can also upload the websites that you want to cite the information from. So I'm going to cite about 3 websites here. I'm going to put these 3 websites. And I am also going to say, also get information from this particular YouTube video, which is top 30 colleges. There is a YouTube video about that. And then finally, and I'm also going to say in your paste, copy paste text, I'm going to go here and I'm going to just say, this is his profile. So his profile is, his dream school is UF, and he wants to pursue mechanical engineering in a business, minor in business. His SAT score is 1420, and his GPA is so-and-so, class ranking, etc. So I'm going to just insert it. And then finally, I'm going to ask the question. If you can see here, you have all these sources that you have entered, right? And you can see a red mark here. That means Google LM was not able to go to this website or get information from this particular website. So you can try to find some other websites, or you can just keep it there. So I'm going to enter the prompt, which says, okay, using the uploaded documents, give me 5 safeties, matches, and 5 reach schools, prioritizing Florida public schools, okay? And also Bright Futures eligibility. So I'm going to just send it, and you will see what happens. It's going through all your sources here and analyzing it, and finally, hopefully gives you the list. So it says, okay, your safety schools are USF, FIU, UCF, FAU, which is proper. Your math school is saying UF. Well, UF has become very competitive these days. It's number 30 in the country. And the read schools are, obviously Georgia Tech, MIT, of course, Stanford. So you can see that, yes, he has a chance to go to the read school, but here are the math school and these are the safeties. The other thing I want you guys also to know that is different than custom GPT is that you have all these things here on the right side. There is the mind map, there is the infographic, audio, and the video. And it's going to take some time when I click on audio, but what it means is that when you say audio overview, you're gonna based on the topic that you have here, it's going to create a podcast for you. So it's going to create a podcast of two people discussing this topic. And you can also create a slideshow. So I've already done that for you because it's going to take some time. So if you go here, if I click on the mind map, right? It's very interesting if you actually click on the mind map. You can see what is his numbers, right? His SAT is this, GPA is this, what has he been doing? What's his goals? In a very easily understandable way that you can actually utilize. And then if you actually go in here, with the video, I don't know if you can hear this. So it actually makes a presentation for you. You can imagine this for your business in the sense that you can upload all your research documents, obviously, not the personally identifiable information of your clients or your employees or any of those type of things. I'm not recommending that. But if you are masked all those things or, you're obfuscated all this information, you can technically upload all these documents and ask questions, and it will act as a research assistant for you. So that was the third topic that we wanted to cover. And we can ask questions here at this end of this particular topic. Oh, Lisa.
Yeah, I always have questions.
Go ahead.
As everybody knows at the chamber. So I'm an avid ChatGPT user, and one of the most complex projects it helped me with was to tabulate themes of information from a 650 plus person employee opinion survey. I'm curious your opinion between the two models, whether Google Notebook LLM is more efficient in that type of data research, or if the 5.1 in Pro in ChatGPT might give me the results that I'm looking for. I'm curious to know, there's so many different models out there,
Yes.
and I pay for the ChatGPT model. I just wanted to find out a little bit, is that the right application for the Google Notebook LLM, or is it really more about searching for information and research and knowledge as opposed to data analysis?
These days, what has happened is that, of course, you're right about that we have different LLMs. What comes to my mind, for your use case is that you should probably try and use Perplexity if you can. Because what Perplexity does is it approaches this problem very differently. It also has interface into ChatGPT, Gemini, and other LLMs as well. So many people these days have started using Perplexity because it's acting as if it is a Google's Notebook LM, but similar. So with the prompt, it's going to go to the web, it's going to gather all the information, and then it does a deep research and gives you the citations of each one of the research that you did, and to say, okay, so you asked these questions, this is the citation that I'm giving you.
So in this use case, it's really the data that's coming from the employee opinion surveys. I don't need research and sites and all of that. It's really about taking the employee opinion survey data and creating themes and pain points
Yeah.
and that kind of thing. Is that Perplexity is the best for
Oh,
that use
well, I'm
case?
sorry. Yeah, so I misunderstood your question. So perplexity is to research a particular topic,
Research. That's what I
right?
heard.
For
Yeah.
to find sentiments of the employees, who
Right.
have given you this one. I think it's either ChatGPT or Gemini can do
Right.
great
Either
job
one.
with that.
Okay.
Yes,
Thank
but
you.
I would use a thinking model instead of
Hmm.
just the instant
Yeah,
one.
I do the 5.1 thinking model. Yeah,
Thinking
for
one,
sure.
yes,
Thank
that's
you.
where I found the best.
Awesome. Thank you.
This one. Was the use case you showed done with a free or paid amount? Actually, you can do the free version as well. So the question was the use case you did using a free or paid? You can also do it in the paid, but the only limitation is I think it's the number of sources that you're going to add. In the paid version, I think you have 300, but in the free version, I think you have 30, if I'm not mistaken. So you can check that out. Okay. So with that said, let me launch the fourth poll. Oh, tokens. And tokens, you used the term a few times. Can you explain the use and purchase of them? Well, tokens, everybody is competing against with the number of tokens these days, in the sense that Gemini has a token window which is very large. ChatGPT has a smaller token limits, but I think you shouldn't get concerned about the token limits unless you're developing an application. But if you're concerned about the token limits, then it's better to use the notebook LM, so that all of this information is within the research is within that particular context. But if you're just going directly with a ChatGPT interface, then you would hit the token limits, and if you notice, it becomes more sluggish. So you would have to open up another chat window in order for you to bypass the token limits. Okay. With that said, I would like to ask you one more poll, if you can please answer. What do you use AI for your business currently? Improving sales and marketing, data analysis, repetitive task, automating repetitive task. That's one of the main things that LogiqFish does, is to automate tasks within your company and to build agents, custom agents. Customer support, okay, not bad. Okay, so that comes to our final topic, which is privacy. So the rule of thumb, what I would say with the privacy, is that the things that you are not going to post on your Instagram social feeds, I would not put that in ChatGPT or Gemini. So I would not put your tax returns in ChatGPT if you're not masking your client information, or I would not put your medical information in ChatGPT if you are not masking it, or your bank statements and any financial information that is regulatory in nature. The other thing that you would want to know is that all of this AIs, whether it's Google or Grok or any of this, they all use the data that you have provided. And in order for you to stop that, to be more private and to respect your privacy, you would go to settings, right? You would go to settings, you would go to data control here, and improve the model for everyone. I would turn it off, right? You would turn this one off. Hopefully they will respect it. So the other thing is that if you don't want all your chats to be you want your chats to be private, you can delete them all, or you can archive them. Well, archiving them, obviously you're storing information with them. So these are the privacy setting that you would do in ChatGPT. This one is similar even in Google as well. In Gemini, it's similar. You would go to settings and then you would turn off training. And I also want to make note that in free GPT account, as well as the $20 paid model, that's the plus model, right? That's the plus model. ChatGPT says that it doesn't, it's not SOC 2 compliant. SOC 2 is I guess it's a term within the industry that to be audited and to have all the privacy control in place. So in other words, ChatGPT is saying that if you buy our business subscription, they're going to give you SOC 2. In other words, you're not going to be bunched again with all of the free accounts and the plus accounts, but we're going to carve out a separate place or a business workspace so that your data is not trained on, or they're not going to look at your data. So that's basically what it says. So if you want the SOC 2 compliant, but not HIPAA is different. If you want SOC 2 compliant, then you would have to buy the ChatGPT business version, not the plus version. So the business version is, I think it's $30 per user per month. So you may want to look into that one.
Quick question. Is it okay if I ask?
Sure, please.
So thank you. This has all been really helpful. My company has a ChatGPT 5.2 workspace that it uses, and it does have an established GPT, and I was never really quite sure how to utilize it. My question is though, when I'm using the chat feature of ChatGPT for work-related purposes, can my boss or employer, can they see my previous chats? The reason I'm
Yes.
asking is I would love, it'd actually be great if they can, if I'm like referring to a particular project I'm working on and maybe what some of my results that were found. Can I say like, oh, just look at my chats, or do I have to always send them like a cut and paste?
No, you don't have to do a cut and paste. You can actually share it with other members. Obviously you have the member, you can invite members. And also you probably know that within the chat, if you have if you're working on a particular chat, right, research or something, you can always share that particular link.
If I didn't share it though, so under your chats, like what you just have there for the Argentina itinerary
Yeah.
request,
Yes.
if you are working on this right now,
Uh-huh.
can anyone else see that chat? Anyone else from your company that's on that same workplace if you haven't hit that share button?
Yeah. It's a good question.
Shit, a damn good question.
I mean, it's all for work purposes. I don't have any problem if anyone sees what I'm working on.
Yeah.
I'm just always
I think
curious
within the
to-
workspace, I think the GPTs that you create are going to be accessible. So see, like for example, this one, right?
Mhm.
The swim coach, and I think you can change who has access to this.
Okay.
So
Oh, but that's under GPT.
GPTs, the
Correct. So
chat
this is just in
itself,
general around chat itself.
yeah, I would have to get back to you with that one.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah,
It's just
I would have to.
it's not a burning question, just something I was curious about. Because
It's a good
oftentimes,
question, though.
I'll cut and paste and share it, but I don't know
Yes.
if they're just like, oh, I can already see it, so it's not an issue.
I think if you probably create a group, and then you would have to sort of like share that particular GPT. I don't think it is automatically shared with
Okay.
other folks. I
Thank
think
you.
it will work very similar to a network folder. Yeah. Okay. the last topic, I think we covered this particular place. The last topic that I wanted to mention to you all is that since the advent of AI, ChatGPT, Google, Gemini, etc., more and more people are spending lesser time on Google and searching within ChatGPT. So there is a survey that they did where almost about 900 million people use ChatGPT per week. I don't know where they got the survey, but that is significant because if they're not even leaving the chat window to say, okay, hey, search, okay, the top 5 restaurants to eat a certain type of food, top 10 accountants, top 10 lawyers around me. So if they are searching within your ChatGPT interface and you're not found, then you're losing out on it. So it's almost like you're trying to please the machine. You're trying to please the AI. And you also have to keep in mind that Perplexity tries to aggregate data more from YouTube versus, say, Google Gemini, gathers or compiles data from your Instagram feeds. So when we say SEO or search, we no longer call it as search engine optimization. We call it search everywhere optimization. So in order for your company to show up properly within a ChatGPT interface or on Google or any other place, you have to have all your, I's and T's, crossed, and all of your, technical wise on your website, your Google business profile, all of them have to be perfect in order for it to appear. And there are many techniques that are available in order for us to do that. And that's another service that we actually provide at LogiqFish. And I invite you guys to go to logiqfish.com and download this free SEO playbook. Zlatka, who's on the call, she's the one who has put together a beautiful looking playbook here. All you have to do is it's available for free, and there is a lot of thought and research that has gone into it, and it's very regionalized in the sense that there are examples as to a particular company, what can they do in order for them to do better, in order for them to appear on ChatGPT and other places. So I encourage you to go here and just apply, enter your email address and just download this, and you should see a beautiful looking playbook. With that said, I think I'm open to any other questions that you may have. And I really thank you all for participating and asking very good questions. Angie?
Thank you so much, Abhi. This was so much information that I'm sure our businesses are going to put to great use. We all know that AI is the future, and you have to all take into account that if you're not using AI in your business, your competitor definitely is. So let's make sure we're not left behind here. Let's stay on top of this. We're going to continue to push out as many AI-related trainings as we can over the new year. And as these, language learning models continue to develop, to make sure that we're staying on top of everything that's changing. So I just want to thank Abhi and LogiqFish for their presentation today, and we'll catch you on the next one.